So I just posted a video on a midweek photo booth that my daughter and I did together, and there really wasn't much to show because what are you doing? You're going to the gig, you're setting up, you're doing photos. But these were different. These were midweek photo booth gigs, and there was no DJ or no one there who was speaking on a microphone like you might have in a mobile gig. When I do a wedding reception, for example, as a DJ, if there's a photo booth there, whether it's my photo booth or someone else's, I'll announce when it's open. If they need people to go up to the photo booth, I'll do reminders. Hey, just so you know, the photo booth's open. I'll do last call for the photo booth, all of those things. But if you're in a situation where there's no one to make those announcements for you, it's different. The first gig that we did this week had foosball tables and pool tables and Wii gaming and wine tasting and blackjack and all these things, and we were there too. And we tried to make ourselves pretty obvious. Hey, we're here, but above and beyond that, there wasn't a lot we could do. We had downtime. We had times when there was nobody there. And when that happens, as a DJ, I start to panic. What am I doing wrong? It's kind of like dance floor for me. If there's no one on the dance floor, I assume that I'm not doing my job and I should be doing something different or do something to get some excitement going. So what do? Well, at the first one we did this week, eventually people came up to the photo booth and we were very busy. But we did have quite a long amount of time where there was nothing happening. We were just standing there. I felt guilty. What I didn't want to do is just sit there and look bored. I tried to stand there and smile, but that's about all you can do. Now, at the next gig we did, it was a little more intimate, smaller group. We were in a different room than everyone else. There was like a 3-piece band playing. They didn't have a microphone. They couldn't announce anything. We were there. We were loud. We were colorful. We were big, but we were not in the main room. So, yeah, we had some real slow times. What I did was I went into the main room later in the evening and I went up to people and I said, hey, you haven't done my photo booth yet. You should come in. Yeah, let's do that. And they came in. That may have been above and beyond the Call of Duty, but I wanted to get some shots in because there weren't a lot of shots. It was a smaller group and I wanted to get as many people in as I could. Now, one thing I did last year that I want to think about adding on anytime it's one of these gigs where there's not really anyone to announce me. I brought a single speaker on a tripod and a microphone where I could get on the mic and say, hey, we're over here, we're the photo booth. I think that was a really good idea. And I have some smaller speakers that I can absolutely do that with. It's not a big deal. You don't need an entire PA, just a powered speaker, a mic cable, and a microphone. It can really kind of bail you out. Now, maybe as a photo booth person, you might say that's not necessary. They're either going to come to the booth or they're not. As a DJ, I say this is something that we should think about incorporating into booths where there's no one to announce us. I don't know, just some thoughts. But it's a real panicky feeling that I get when there's no one coming up to my booth. Even if there are people there. Even if they're cool with not coming up to the booth. I don't want to hassle people, but I want them to know I'm there. So yeah, maybe that's the way to do it if there's no one there to announce us. Just some thoughts. But yeah, very, very different animal from DJing. As a DJ, you have more control. You have a microphone. You can kind of alter people's moods with music and things like that. Photo booth, you're just kind of there. Sometimes all on your own. But it's still cool. It's more relaxing than DJing once you get your head around that. So that's it for my vlog on the differences between photo booth and DJ. Just some things that I've noticed. And the other cool thing I will say before we wrap is the nicest thing about photo booth is it doesn't matter. As long as people are getting their pictures taken, they're happy. When you're DJing, you could definitely play songs that upset people. But when you're doing photo booth, you can't really upset anybody. They either get their picture taken or they don't. The pressure's off there. But getting into the booth sometimes, that can be pressure. So that's it. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.